Did you know that platinum creators are twice as likely to have an attendance rate higher than 50% at their events? Yes, you heard that right. Double the attendance rate. And how do they do it? By hosting events their members actually want to attend, making sure to attract the right attendees, and sending reminder messages at just the right times. Timing, my friends, is everything. In today's episode, we're going to break down how you can leverage these strategies to boost your event attendance and keep your participants engaged from start to finish. We'll dive into real-world examples, share some practical tips, and introduce you to a few game-changing tools that will make your life so much easier. Let's dive in. Hello, friends. Welcome to the Community Lab, where passion intertwines with purpose and profit. We're not merely weaving tales of hobbies becoming side gigs here. We're about crafting endeavors that deeply resonate and reward. Whether you're creating courses, guiding lives, or kickstarting a podcast journey, let's elevate together from being zealous dreamers to standout community leaders. Explore the balance between passion and profitability as we unwrap the tools and tactics we use to create, maintain, and grow our own profitable community. So, what's our pledge to you? To guide you from mere daydreaming to creating a vision that's both successful and meaningful, fostering authentic ties in a close-knit community. If you're fueled by passion, eyeing a new prosperous path, and curious about making community a pillar of your success, the Community Lab awaits. Join us and let's turn those visions into profitable ventures. Welcome back to the Community Lab podcast. I'm your host, Rachel. Okay, friends, so what's on the agenda today? Well, we're talking about all things engagement and how to get your attendees excited before the event even begins, how to make them involved during the event, and how to make sure they stick around afterwards. I'll also be sharing a really fantastic free resource that you can start using right away to make sure you're hitting all the right notes in your event communications. So let me take you back to one of my early events. I had everything planned to perfection. Rachel's Type A organization at its finest. The content was solid. The guest speakers were amazing. I was sure it was going to be a hit. Our pre-registrations and RSVPs were through the roof. But guess what? Half the people who signed up didn't even show up. I was devastated and completely defeated. It wasn't until later that I realized the problem. I hadn't communicated with them effectively. I didn't keep them engaged or remind them why they should be excited to attend. That experience taught me a valuable lesson about the power of well-timed communication, and that's what we're going to explore today. Let's revisit that very powerful stat from the Circle Community Benchmark report that platinum creators are twice as likely to have an attendance rate higher than 50%. And that's not just by luck. It's a result of a well thought out strategy. These creators understand three key factors that make all the difference. Number one, hosting events people actually want to attend. To create events that resonate with your community, you must have a deep rooted understanding of your audience's needs, desires, and pain points. This understanding allows you to craft experiences that are not just relevant, but valuable. When your audience feels like an event directly addresses their interest or challenges or desires, they are far more likely to attend, engage, and derive meaningful benefits from the experience. Serious creators don't just guess what their community wants, they ask. Tools like surveys, polls, feedback forms are invaluable in gathering insights directly from your audience. Be actively seeking input on topics, formats, and even timing. You ensure that your events are aligned with what your community truly wants by doing this. This engagement also builds a sense of ownership among the members as they feel their opinions directly shape the content they receive. Number two, attract the right attendees. Not every event is for everyone. The success of an event often hinges on attracting the right audience, those who will find the content most relevant and are likely to engage deeply. Targeting the right attendees ensures the energy in the room is positive and productive, with participants who are genuinely interested in the topic and engaged to contribute. To attract the right audience, you first must define who they are. This involves segmenting your community based on interests, needs, and engagement levels. Once you have a clear picture, you can tailor your marketing and communication strategies to speak directly to those segments. Use clear, specific language in your event promotions that highlight the benefits and takeaways of your target audience. Love to make a list that's basically what are my pain points and what are my deliverables. And that is the first step in choosing just the right secret sauce to your next workshop or event. And number three, sending reminders at the right times. Timing is everything when it comes to event reminders. Send a reminder too early and it might be forgotten. Too late and people may have already made other plans. The goal is to strike balance, where the reminder is timely enough to prompt action without overwhelming your audience. Well timed reminders can make the difference between a fully booked event and a half empty room. A successful reminder strategy often involves a series of touch points. For example, sending an initial reminder a week before the event gives attendees ample time to adjust their schedules. Follow this up with a reminder 3 days before the event to keep it top of mind, and then maybe a final reminder the day before or the day of the event to ensure it's on their radar. Additionally, consider the time of day when you're sending these reminders. Mid-morning or late afternoon tends to be the ideal times to catch people when they're most likely to check their emails or notifications. Engagement isn't just a buzzword, it's the lifeblood of a successful event. But what exactly does engagement look like? Well, let's dive into that a little bit now. So let's begin by talking about the pre event excitement. Creating a sense of anticipation before your event is crucial for maximizing attendance and ensuring that participants are excited and ready to engage. When people are looking forward to an event, they're more likely to prioritize it in their schedules, spread the word, and come prepared to participate. Building excitement also helps set the tone for the event, establishing a positive, high energy atmosphere before it even begins. There are several effective strategies to build anticipation. One approach is to release teaser content that gives a glimpse of what to expect without revealing anything. This could be a short video, a blog post, or an infographic that hints at the key topics or special guests featured at the event. Another tactic is offering sneak peeks or behind the scenes looks, such as a live stream of an event setup or an interview with a speaker. Early access offers like exclusive content or early registration for a limited number of spots can also create urgency and make your audience feel special. By strategically releasing these teasers, you can keep your audience engaged and talking about the event in the days or weeks leading up to it. Now, let's talk about active participation during the event. The real value of an event lies in the live, interactive experience it offers. Attendees want to feel like active participants rather than passive observers. Interactive elements like Q&A sessions, live polls, or breakout rooms allow participants to engage directly with the content, speakers, and each other, which can greatly enhance their overall experience. These interactions not only make the event more dynamic and enjoyable, but also help attendees retain more information as they're actively involved in the learning process. Incorporating real-time engagement opportunities is essential for making your event memorable. For instance, live Q&A sessions allow attendees to ask burning questions and receive immediate answers from experts, fostering a deeper connection to the content. Polls and quizzes can be used to gauge audience opinion or test knowledge, adding an element of fun and competitiveness. Breakout rooms offer smaller, focused group sessions that encourage networking and collaboration, which can be especially valuable in more extensive events. The key is to keep the energy high and make everyone feel involved and valued, turning a simple event into a shared, memorable experience. Now, not to ever be forgotten is the post event follow up, continuing the conversation well after the event ends. The event may be over, but the engagement shouldn't stop there. Post event follow up is crucial for maintaining the momentum you've built and ensuring the event's impact lingers. By continuing the conversation after the event, you keep your community engaged, reinforce key messages, and open the door for future interactions and opportunities. This ongoing engagement also helps solidify relationships and can lead to long-term loyalty among your audience. Now, there's several ways to effectively follow up after an event. One of the simplest yet most effective strategies is sending a follow-up email that thanks attendees for participating, recaps the key takeaways, and provides access to additional resources such as recordings of the event or relevant materials. Surveys are also a powerful tool, offering you valuable feedback while giving attendees a chance to voice their opinions and suggestions. Additionally, you can spark further discussion by creating a dedicated space for post-event conversations, such as a chat space or a post space in your circle community, or host a special live Q&A session after. By nurturing these post event interactions, you transform a single event into an ongoing dialogue that keeps your community engaged and looking forward to what's next. Now, let's talk about some of the challenges you might face when it comes to engagement and how to overcome them. Number one, a low attendance rate. We know we put all this work and effort into all this great content that we're developing, and then no one consumes it. And that can feel like such a defeat. So let's begin by looking at why people who sign up might not show up. One of the most common challenges event organizers face is low attendance rates, even when initial signups are promising. Several factors can contribute to this issue. Forgetfulness is a significant factor. People may intend to attend but simply forget as the event day approaches. Conflicting priorities are major last minute work deadlines, personal commitments, or even more appealing events can cause attendees to drop out. Additionally, a lack of sustained interest or perceived value may lead some to decide that the event isn't worth their time. If the promotional materials don't clearly communicate the benefits, or if the event topic feels less relevant as time goes on, people just may choose not to attend. To combat low attendance, it's essential to keep the event top of mind for those who signed up. A strategic approach is to send multiple reminder messages leading up to the event. Each reminder should have a different focus to re engage potential attendees. For example, the first reminder could emphasize the key benefits of attending, such as the value of the content or networking opportunities. The next could highlight what they'll learn or gain from the event. And the final reminder could create a sense of urgency by mentioning limited availability or last minute tips for preparation. By varying the message and timing, you can rekindle interest and reduce the likelihood of no shows. Another challenge is drop offs in participation. Even when people attend an event, keeping them engaged throughout can be challenging. Drop-offs in participation can occur for several reasons. Unengaging content is a primary culprit, obviously. If the presentation is too long, lacks interest, or fails to resonate with the audience, attendees may lose interest and tune out. Technical issues can also disrupt the flow and lead to frustration, causing attendees to leave early. Additionally, external distractions or a lack of variety in the event format may lead to dwindling attendance as the event progresses. So, to maintain engagement and minimize drop offs, it's crucial to design the event with the audience's attention span in mind. Keep sessions short and interactive to sustain energy and interest. Incorporate a mix of formats such as brief presentations followed by Q&A sessions, polls, or the breakout sessions can help break up the monotony and keep attendees actively participating. Encouraging participation through live chats or interactive elements can also help attendees feel more connected to the content and each other, making them more likely to stay engaged throughout the event. A third challenge is lackluster feedback. Gathering feedback after an event is vital for understanding what worked, what didn't, and how to improve future events. However, collecting meaningful feedback really can be difficult. Attendees may be reluctant to fill out lengthy surveys or might provide generic responses that don't offer much insight. Without detailed feedback, it can be challenging to gauge the event's success or identify areas for improvement. Additionally, if attendees have already moved on to other priorities, getting them to take the time to reflect and provide feedback can really be a struggle. Now, to increase the likelihood of receiving actionable feedback, follow up emails should be concise and focused. Instead of overwhelming attendees with a long survey, consider sending a short email with specific, easy to answer questions. For instance, ask for the top takeaway, one thing they would improve, or how they felt about a particular aspect of the event. Open ended questions that invite quick, honest responses can be particularly effective. Additionally, offering an incentive for completing the feedback, such as a discount on future events or exclusive content, can encourage more participants to take the time to share their thoughts. By simplifying the process and providing a small reward, you can gather the insights needed to refine your approach for future events. Let's get to the nitty gritty of how to use these strategies in your pre event communications to create buzz and ensure your attendees are counting down the days until your event. Number one, when to send the first communication. Timing is crucial in building anticipation for an event. The first communication should ideally be sent a week or two before the event. This allows enough time for the information to be absorbed and for attendees to make arrangements. But it's also close enough to the event date to maintain excitement. If you start too early, people may forget about the event. But if you start too late, they might not have time to properly prepare and adjust their schedules. The tone of the communication plays a significant role in generating excitement. It should be a blend of excitement, information, and invitation. You want your audience to feel the buzz and look forward to the event, but you also need to provide them with the necessary details in a clear and concise manner. The tone should be enthusiastic and energetic, conveying that this is an event they won't want to miss, while also being welcoming and inclusive to make them feel like a valued part of the experience. A great example of building anticipation is getting a Get Excited email about 5 days before the event. This email should highlight the key benefits of attending, such as new skills they'll learn, the unique insights they'll gain, or the networking opportunities available. This message should be visibly engaging, with compelling images or graphics that convey the event's energy. The goal is to make recipients feel a sense of urgency and excitement, prompting them to mark their calendars and start looking forward to the event. Now, another effective strategy is to send a direct message right there within your circle community. That includes a fun teaser or behind the scenes look at the event preparations. This could be a short video of the event setup, a sneak peek of the speakers rehearsing, or a quick preview of the content that will be covered. The DM should be personal and engaging, perhaps even using informal language or emojis to create a friendly, approachable vibe. By giving your audience a glimpse as to what's to come, you're not only building excitement, but you're also making them feel like they're getting exclusive insider access. Now, that freebie I was talking about at the beginning is a full checklist of sort of the types of communication you can send out and like a little bit of a roadmap of when would be a good time to send those. So make sure you head to the show notes and download that. To further build anticipation, include specific highlights of what attendees can expect from the event in your communications. This might involve sharing a few key topics that will be covered, showcasing the expertise of your speakers with maybe brief bios, or hinting at exclusive content or experiences that will only be available to those who attend. For example, if a well known industry expert is speaking, mention their name and what unique perspective they'll bring to the event. If there's a special session, workshop, or giveaway, make sure to highlight those as well. Sharing speakers' bios not only builds credibility, but also allows attendees to see the value of the event from a personal angle. People are often more excited to attend when they know who will be presenting and what their backgrounds are. You can make these bios visibly appealing by including professional headshots and interesting facts about each speaker. Additionally, teasing exclusive content such as a resource that will only be shared during the event or access to a post-event Q&A session can add the anticipation. Attendees are more likely to show up when they'll know they'll gain something they can't get anywhere else. By strategically planning your timing, tone, and content, you can create a sense of anticipation that not only boosts attendance, but also enhances the overall event experience for your audience. During the event, it's crucial to keep the energy up and your attendees engaged. Here's how you can do that with well timed in event messaging. In event messaging plays a crucial role in keeping your audience engaged and informed throughout the event. The timing of these messages is key to the effectiveness. Optimal moments include just before a key session begins, during breaks, or right before a significant announcement. For example, sending a message a few minutes before a keynote speaker starts ensuring that the attendees are aware of and ready for the session. Or using breaks to send updates or reminders helps to re engage attendees and keep the energy high, ensuring they return promptly for the next part of the event. By strategically timing these messages, you can guide the flow of the event and maintain a seamless experience for participants. The content of in event messages should be concise, clear, and focused on driving action. Since attendees are already immersed in the event, these messages need to be quick and to the point to avoid disrupting the flow. A good in event message will deliver essential information or a call to action in just a few sentences. For example, a message might say, "Don't miss the next session starting in 5 minutes. Join the live poll to share your thoughts on the topic." Or, "Heads up, we have a surprise guest joining us after the break. Stay tuned." These messages are effective because they are direct, informative, and encourage immediate participation. By carefully timing your in event messages and crafting content that is short, clear, and action, you can significantly enhance attendees' engagement, ensuring smooth transitions between sessions and maintaining a high level of energy and interest throughout the event. Now, let's pivot and talk about post event follow up. Your event might be over, but your communication shouldn't stop there. Post event follow up is key to solidifying the experience and keeping your community engaged. First things first, how soon after the event should I send that first follow up? Timing is crucial when it comes to the post event communications, friends. The first follow up should typically be sent within 24 to 48 hours after the event. This ensures that the event is still fresh in the minds of your attendees and that they are more likely to engage with the content. Sending a follow up too late can result in lost momentum and diminish impact, as participants may have moved on to other priorities. The goal is to capitalize on the positive energy generated by the event and keep the conversations going while the experience is still top of mind. Now, I can remember back in the day when I would attend multiple day event in person, workshops and events. And I would come home from those conferences with this like pep in my step and excited to try new things. You want to recreate that for your workshops and your virtual events as well. So here are some examples of effective post event communications. Number one, really simple, but the thank you email. One of the most important post event communications is a thank you email sent within a day or two after the event. This email should express genuine appreciation for the attendees' participation and recap the event's key highlights. It's also an opportunity to provide valuable resources such as links to replays, presentation slides, or exclusive content that was shared during the event. By including these materials, you not only reinforce the value of attending, but also offer something tangible that attendees can refer back to, extending the event's impact beyond its actual runtime. Now, now the second one is my go-to, of course, surveying feedback. Another effective post-event communication is a survey or feedback form designed to gather information on what went well and what could be improved. This should be sent shortly after the event, ideally in the same time frame as the thank you email. The survey should be concise with a mix of multiple choice and open-ended questions to capture both quantitative and qualitative feedback. Ask participants about their overall experience, the relevance of the content, and the effectiveness of the speakers, and any suggestions for future events. By soliciting feedback, you demonstrate that you value the opinion of your attendees and are committed to improving future experiences based on their input. By timing your post event communications effectively, providing valuable content, and adding a personal touch, you can extend the positive impact of your event, gather valuable feedback, and strengthen the bond between you and the audience. This not only enhances the overall event experience, but also sets the stage for successful future engagements. And here's a little bonus tip for you. Don't forget about the people who couldn't make it live. A well crafted replay message can still engage these attendees and make them feel like they didn't miss out. The timing of sending a replay message is crucial in ensuring maximum engagement. Ideally, the replay message should be sent the day after the event. This timing allows participants who couldn't attend the live event to quickly catch up while the content is still fresh and relevant. Sending the replay too late may result in reduced interest as attendees may have moved on to other things. By delivering the replay promptly, you maintain the event's momentum and provide an immediate opportunity for those who missed it to engage with the content. When crafting the replay message, it's important to emphasize the key points that were covered during the event and highlight the value of watching the replay. For example, you might say, we covered some groundbreaking strategies that you don't want to miss. Watch the replay to catch all the insights and tips shared by our expert speakers. This framing not only piques the interest, but also reassures those who missed the live session that they still have the opportunity to gain the full value of the event. Then, to further engage recipients, include a clear call to action to your replay message. Encourage them to still come and join in that discussion space in your community and talk about the content with other event attendees. For instance, you could say, after watching a replay, we'd love to hear from your thoughts. Join our discussion thread to share your insights and connect with other participants. This not only fosters community engagement, but also extends the life of the event by encouraging ongoing dialogue and interaction. Now, the tone of your replay message should be encouraging and inclusive. It's important to make it clear that even though the recipient missed the live event, they're still a valuable part of the experience. Use language that welcomes them to catch up and assures them that the replay offers the full event experience. For example, you might write, we missed you at the live event, but don't worry, you can still catch all the action and insights with the replay. You're an important part of my community, and we'd love for you to experience what everyone is talking about. By timing your replay message appropriately, framing it to highlight the value of the content, and using an encouraging, inclusive tone, you can ensure that those who miss the live event still feel connected and motivated to engage with the material. This strategy not only maximizes the impact of your event, but also helps maintain strong relationships within your community. Okay, friends, I know this has been a value packed episode and it's much longer than our usual little 20-minute ditties, but I wanted to give you a whole lot of great content on engagement. I know that is one of the biggest hurdles that we as community hosts and builders come across. Now, we've got a couple of items to just remind you of. If you are listening to this episode when it comes out, the event edit is free challenges getting ready to launch September 1st. Head over to the show notes, join us. It is 2 weeks to crafting more engaging and streamlined workshops. We also have a free checklist that we have down in the show notes as well. That is all about reminders on when to send them and some examples. And if you're a Circle user, it gives you information on a DM schedule in there as well to set up with workflows. And then we have an even bigger product that we're launching now that is a robust with swipe copy for emails and for DMs in Circle. There is like a whole thing on how to engage your community before the event, during the event, and after the event. In there, all swipe files that you can use. And then there is a post-event survey in there. So that, and it's only 47 bucks. It's really reasonable. So, or if you become a VIP for the event edit, then you get all of that included. So all kinds of opportunities to help build more engagement and help grow via events in your community. Okay, friends, until next week, same time, same place. Bye.